make this beautiful school uniform with me that has a pleat. The skirt has a pleat at the down. So we're going to be making this uniform together. So please, let's dive into it. First of all, I fold my fabric into two. I'm cutting the front first. I'm cutting the front because of the pleats. I'll cut it front and cut back. So from the waist to the hips, I did 8. Before I said cut, I did remove 2 inches for the band. So now I'm measuring the full length. The full length I did was 23. So the full length is 23. So now I want to mark my circumference. My circumference. So my waist circumference is by 4 plus 2 inches because of I want to put lining. Then my hip circumference divided by 4. I also add 2 inches because I want to put lining to this dress. So this is then plus 2 inches. So for the full length, at the full length, what I'm going to do is I will just put my hip circumference without adding any 2. I'm going to just put my hip circumference without adding any 2. So now I'll connect my lines. I'll connect the hip to the waist to the full length of the front. This is the front of the skirt. This is the front of the skirt. So I'm going to connect the lines and then I'm going to cut out. Very simple. This is how you make your straight skirts, your pencil skirts, just as I make a short skirt. So I'll cut out the front of this skirt, then use the same front to cut out the back. So now for the back, I have placed I folded the fabric into 2, and I left extra 7 inches unfold. If you open it's 14 inches, but unfold is 7 inches. So I'm trying to draw out all my vertical lines. So at the waist of this, I'm going to measure to the knee line at 19. From the waist to the knee line, I did 19. So now I'm going to be doing 1 inch here. I'll do 1 inch at the waist because I want to make my skirt not to come out flat. So 1 inch at the waist. Then at the hip, I'm going to do 1.5. At the knee, you can do 1 inch or half inch. At the knee, you can do 1 inch or half inch. So I'm going to be doing 1 inch. But when I want to cut it, I'll cut it at half inch. So now I'm going to connect my line. See, I'll connect my waist to my hip to my knee. Are you seeing? My hip to my knee. To my knee. Are you seeing? Then the remaining one I'm going to cut it because it's going to have a pleat at the down of this skirt. So the next thing I'm going to do is to cut out. I'm going to cut out the back. This is what you've got now is the back. I'm going to cut out the back of this skirt. So let's cut the back together and take it to our sewing. And then after cutting this back of this cloth, we're going to cut our lining. We're going to cut our lining for this skirt. So let's cut the skirt together and then go to the table and then cut our lining and then join them together. So this is the front and the back together. So now I'm going to cut out the lining. You will fold your lining into 2, place it equally and cut it the same way you cut your skirt. Very easy. But after cutting this lining, I'm going to shorten my lining by 1.5 inch because it's a short skirt. If it's a long Ankara, I'll do it by 2 inch. But it's a short skirt, I'm shortening it by 1.5 inch. Look at how I'm doing it. Very simple. The same thing applies to the back of the skirt. What I first did was the front. Now is the back. So I'm going to cut the back of this skirt the same way I cut the front of the skirt. So I'll cut out the same thing like this. Take it to my sewing machine and then I've taken my sewing machine and then I have joined the lining together. So now it's time for the pleating. So for the pleating, I'll pleat into 2, then I'll take it to the sewing machine and I'll sew. You can pin it before you go to sew. So I'll pleat into 2, fold into 2, then I'll go and sew it. So the same thing here, you pleat 1, you see 1, you pleat 2, then you take it to the sewing machine and then you go and sew it at the middle, then you sew it straight. Very simple. This is what the skirt is looking like. Very beautiful. Please don't forget to like and comment and follow for more videos. Thank you.